Joining us once again on Air Sports News, Walter Gschwendtner. How are you, my friend? Good to see you.
I'm fine. Thank you very much. It's good to see you again as well. Yes.
I was just looking on Facebook and checking out your feed and Balthasar and Wutzi Wagner. It looks like there was a good bit of gas ballooning going on this weekend. Tell me what was happening.
Yes, there was like a training weekend at the gas balloon starting place in Augsburg in Germany. The friends from Augsburg, they invited us to do this flight. So we started with 2 balloons on Friday night and another 2 on Saturday morning and another balloon on Sunday morning. And for us and for Wutzi Wagner, the intention was like to have a trainee flight for the Gordon Bennett race. So we planned to stay, if possible, for 2 nights in the air and started at about 11:30 at night because, you know, this place is very close to the airport Munich. And they closed down at about 11 o'clock and then only then we got the permission till 5 o'clock in the morning to cross the airport. So that's why we started at about this time. And Wutzi went out first, 2 minutes before us. Wutzi with his new co-pilot, a very lovely lady. Steffi, hello, if you can see this. And this team is very nice, and we hope very, very much they can join us on Gordon Bennett. They've got a little bit troubles because everybody wants them on the race, but the organizer said they were a few days late with their description, you know. But this can't be the reason to not let them fly at the Gordon Bennett. So anyway, so we started then together, and we always were in touch to each other. We could see each other the whole night and the whole day. And really, we crossed the airport Munich. But, you know, it's sensational. At night, at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2:30, we crossed the airport Munich, and to look down there, all the lights and the landing spot, and so it was quite a good feeling. So
what altitude did you pass the airport? What altitude?
We were at about 8,000 feet.
Right.
This the height we used because of the wind. We wanted to cross Austria and get into Hungary and then into maybe Slovakia. This was the intention was. So that's why we flew in the morning, at night in this height. And it was very cold. It was about 0 degrees and we had not the right clothes, but we had sleeping bags, and so this was okay like this. And for us, for Balthasar and me, we wanted to test our new material. We got lots of new material. We got a new basket. The basket is just perfect, and we got everything there, like a table for cooking. We got all the bags to put in our instruments.
Hi.
So, and we wanted to see how this works. It wasn't perfect, but it can become perfect because we know things like this now. So we went on through the whole night into Austria. We had a very good conversation with all the ATC controllers. There were many involved in it, you know, first Zurich, then Munich, then Salzburg, then Linz. After this Graz, after this Budapest. It was quite nice. And all of them, they were very friendly to us, and we could do whatever we wanted. Like the Austrians said, you can use the whole Austria, you can use the whole airspace in Austria. Just do what you want. Was very nice. So, and after passing Linz, you get to the eastern part of the Alps, where the Alps end there. And there the mountains are quite high. Some of them we had to cross about 2,800 meters high, and we could see the clouds coming up. So might be dangerous to get too close, to be too low. So we went up to about 12,000 feet to cross these mountains. Was, you know, after the night in Munich, after the morning sunrise above Salzburg, and then before lunch crossing these mountains, and then get out to this landscape in Hungary called the Puszta. Huh? It was really nice. Everything of our equipment was working properly. Woodsy was about 15 kilometers ahead of us after we crossed the mountains. So he went down close to the ground just to have a break, to wait for us, and then the boat came up again to carry on travel into Hungary with us. But then the wind wasn't quite the direction wasn't so good. So we decided not to carry on the second night, to get into to Serbia. You know, the political situation and the ATC controller, they couldn't handle us very well. So we decided not to get in. If it would have been Croatia, what we wanted, then we would have spent the second night. But after this, we decided to land in Hungary. You know, Reagan went down like a feather. You know, just going to the speed was about, I don't know, 2 miles an hour when we came down, and we could put the balloon, the basket on the ground like a feather, just like this. You know, and we were all alone, all out in the landscape. Nobody was interested in us. Nobody was interested in this balloon. This is quite funny, because normally people come running and helping you and so on. Nothing. We had to do everything ourselves. Expect in the late afternoon, a young man came and he brought us beer. This was quite nice. Our retrieve car came to us, and Woodsy landed also about 2 hours later and 50 kilometers away from us, and he also landed safely. I was quite happy with this new co-pilot, and this was just lots of friendship in there.
Yeah, what a beautiful weekend. What about your new equipment, your new basket? Is it a traditional basket? Have you gone with
No, it's not a traditional basket. It's something like we call a race basket. You know, the basket is only about 20 centimeters high, and the rest of it is just fabric around it.
Right.
And so this one is about, with all the things in, about 35 kilos less weight than the older one was.
Yes. 35 kilos less.
Yes.
Wow.
So the other one was about 75 kilos, and this one has got now 40 kilos. You can carry it just on your shoulder away from the landing spot.
That's a lot more sand you can take with you then. That's brilliant.
Wow. I reckon we had that much sand in our. I don't want to tell you, because
no.
Now we had sand. We had more than 2/3 of the sand we carried with us. We left there in the Hungarian Puszta. was really nice. So this looks quite good for the race, for the upcoming race. But we are all a bit worried about the political situation in the eastern part of Europe.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Because mostly the wind goes to the east or southeast or northeast, and this would mean we couldn't stay very long in the air. Yes. Because of political borders. So we all hope we got wind from north or from south. This would be nice, going up to across the Northern Sea to Norway or to Sweden. This what we all hope, but time will show what's coming up.
And any news coming your way from the organisers? Have you had any updates about the event? Or?
Yes, they came up just 2-3 days ago, and everything is going well with the organizers, except the one thing I told you before, Wutzi Wagner. He had a problem because he didn't know who will be his co-pilot. So his description, his signing came a few days too late.
Swiss timing, Walter. The Swiss timing, eh? You've got to be.
Yeah, maybe Swiss timing, but you know, a few days too late, and then the organizer said it was closed. What is this? What the description? No. To write
the inscription.
The inscription. The inscription time was end of March, and he came in, I don't know, 1 week later, and we don't accept it. Would he try to get in touch with with Marcus Hagenay, with Max Sullivan, and they all say, oh no, this can't be a problem. But still the organizers are saying, no, we don't want him. He was too late. So there we have to work. And I hope our pilot colleagues will help us to get the organizers to accept Wutzi and his new co-pilot for the race.
That's quite, it's a serious situation.
Yes, it's really a serious situation. You know, Regan, we are only a handful of pilots who are willing and able to fly such a race, you know. And if there is one who is willing and who is able, he's a good pilot. He did already a long flight across the Northern Sea up to Sweden, and this year, and we have to have people like him in this race.
Yes, yeah, it seems obvious. We don't want to be, you know, cutting down the pool unnecessarily. I know there's rules and regulations, but I think working as a team, we need to get everybody involved who wants to be involved.
Yeah, but do you remember, Regan, the race where the Polish team came in with this two Polish pilots? They are separated now, Rekash and these two Polish pilots. When they came in first, they didn't have their 50 flights, which is in the rules. You have to have 50 flights before you get into the Gordon Bennett race. And then they asked the organizer and the jury, they asked us pilots, what do you think about it? Should they come into the competition? And all of us, they said, yes, of course, bring them in. We need people like them who, as I said before, are able and willing to fly such a race. And not me and no other one of the pilots understands what happened, what's going on in the brain of this organizer. And they're Swiss, hey, I know them personally, and
yes.
Just say no.
Will you have any more training flights before September?
Yes, we will have more training flights anyway. Yeah, Balthasar gets one flight at Willy's place in Gladbeck. Then he's alone, and after this we will for sure have 2 or 3 more training flights, long flights. It's getting difficult in Switzerland now because we had this place in Bad Zurzach where we had hydrogen.
Yes.
Hydrogen. This place is closed now. The factory, they gave us the hydrogen, they closed it down from one day to the other. So now we haven't got a place anymore to fill up the balloon with hydrogen. Except we would order this, and they would come with a truck, and it would cost you a small car or something like this. That's why we go now all the time to Germany. Augsburg is very close to here, and we are very welcome there.
All right, well, that's a fantastic update. Lots of good information there, Walter. And I'm sure we'll speak before the Gordon Bennett, but if not, have a fantastic summer.
Yeah, same to you. And as I said, I sent you a few pictures, nice
Yes.
pictures we made up in the air.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much. Have a great
Okay.
evening, and thank you for joining us yet again, Walter.
Okay, bye-bye again.